Were you here when it was Easy Listening, Easy L?
No.
That was before you.
That was before me.
But right after they went country, you got here.
That's when I came.
That's where it came. WEZL was originally Easy Listening.
It couldn't have been too long.
It was about 3 years, right?
Yes, because I think they changed in 72 or 73, and I came in 77.
Yeah. The Weasel.
Easy L was easy listening.
So
Yeah.
is Charlie Bird on the easy listening part? You guys all came kind of
No,
together?
he was here. He was here when it was country. When I got
He made
here.
the switch.
Yes.
Okay.
It's him and
Dan.
Dan Moon.
And Grisnoid?
Dan Moon was doing Easy Listening.
Oh, Lord.
No, Dan Moon was doing country.
No.
Yeah, he was.
Was he really? Well, it's a good thing they got rid of him, huh? I'm just kidding, Dan. We love you, buddy. Just be careful where you point that gun.
That's right. I think they took that away from him.
Yeah, they're not letting him pack heat, are they?
Yeah, last I heard they were. He's carrying a gun up in Berkeley County is what I heard.
Oh, my
Really?
Yeah.
goodness.
Got a bullet and
wow.
everything.
In his shirt, though.
Huh.
He keeps the bullet in his pocket, right?
No, I think he's got it in case he runs across an alligator. Because he couldn't get a permit. It's 6:31 at WEZL. Just heard from Keith Anderson. Just goes to show, even in the music business, like every other business, it's what have you done for me lately? Keith Anderson had that song, I Still Miss You, the number 2 most played song of 2008. And as of yesterday, he's unemployed. The label cut him loose yesterday.
Isn't that incredible?
Yeah.
See, I'm
Go
not shocked
figure.
by that.
Why?
I mean, he had a great run with one song, but I never did get star quality from him. I always felt like he was somebody that I could have seen at Wild Wing Cafe just as easy as I could have seen as the opening act at 4 o'clock in the afternoon at the Grand Ole Opry.
Mm-hmm. Well, he had a big song.
He did.
One big song. Now he's out of work. Because my guess is the world has changed a great deal in the last year.
Yeah.
Musically, I mean, there's just a lot of things going on. Taylor Swift has changed the world.
Mm-hmm.
And some big old football player looking dude.
He's just normal. I mean, he's just
Normal-looking
somebody
guy.
you could hang out with.
Yeah,
him. It just
exactly.
wasn't like a star quality.
Who would you say has star quality?
Well, obviously, the big ones have
No,
star
I mean,
quality.
of the guys that are like, in the last couple of year kind of guys.
I'd say Jason Aldean
Has star quality?
I would think Dirk Bentley does. Darius, but I don't know how much of that is how much he's doing in country now versus what star quality he brought with him from Hootie and the Blowfish.
I think he's got it regardless. I think if he had never done a song with Mark Bryan as Hootie and the Blowfish and he just showed up in Nashville, it'd be harder for him. Mm-hmm. I think he'd have a tough time because he's black, getting a contract in Nashville. It just doesn't happen. But I think with his ability, if they let him in the door, I think he'd still sell records
I agree.
because the guy can sing a song.
Yeah, but it's not just about being able to sing a song because Keith Anderson can sing a song.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
But it's what you bring with it, and just there's something that I think you're born with. It's
Absolutely.
star quality.
Absolutely.
I didn't get that from Keith Anderson.
That and I think that tattoo on his chest is what Darius has.
I hadn't seen that.
He'll show it to you.
Really?
Yeah, he does it on stage a lot. He pops it open and shows it. And he's got that big Superman emblem on his chest.
I'll have to ask him about that.
Yeah, I think the women like that.
Well, I guess so.
Yeah. So and his wife doesn't care for him doing that much.
When he shows other people.
So that's probably why
What's
he
the
hadn't showed it
tattoo
to
of?
you. A Superman emblem
Oh, okay.
right there in the middle of his chest, right there.
Gary has one of
You
those.
sure that's just not a T-shirt that he wears?
No, it's completely different color than his face.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure that's a tattoo.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Anyway, he's out of work, and so if you're looking for a Keith Anderson CD, go get it today.
Somebody will pick him up, though.
You think?
Yeah, I think somebody will. He'll get signed on another label somewhere, and
Or he'll start his
over
own
again.
label.
I don't
Which is
think
what
he'll do
everybody
They
that.
else
all
is
start
doing.
their own label.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tracy Lawrence did it,
Yeah.
and he's actually got a couple artists on his label now. Craig Morgan started his own label because he couldn't do what he wanted to do.
Toby Keith started his own label.
And look what happened to him.
And
He's done okay.
He's
Gee whiz.
exploded.
Number 1 single in America today on the country charts with
Ride.
American
The
Ride.
American Ride, yeah.
and his brand new CD out yesterday will be the number 1 album, number 1 CD on the charts.
But he does it all, man. I mean, he writes and he sings and performs. And
The fastest rising single of his career is American Ride. Toby Keith, the only artist in recorded history to have a number 1 song every year of his career. Toby Keith has had a number one song on the chart every year since Should Have Been a Cowboy.
But he never takes in any awards at
I was
any of
getting
the
ready to say
award
that.
shows.
He never even shows up anymore.
Well, he stopped going.
He doesn't get nominated.
He
He's
doesn't
not.
get nominated for whatever reason. I mean, as talented as Toby Keith is, and I mean, he really has talent. He can write. He can perform.
Great business mind.
He's because he's got other endeavors
He's got it
besides
all.
his music.
He's got it all.
And what's crazy is that he made more money last year than anybody else in that building.
Yeah, that's right.
And I mean, he's got.
Is
his
it a
own
political thing?
He's got his own record labels, like 3 of them. And his daughter, I heard him talking yesterday. He's got a daughter now who he has signed to his label. He's tried a couple of times to get her involved in the business. She wants to be in the business. And they were asking him, when are you going to get something out here? It's been a while. Why are you not letting her record something? He said, look, we're in no hurry. I'm going to make sure she does this thing right. When she's got herself together and the music's right, we'll put out a CD.
Now, his daughter, is she like the age of Taylor Swift?
No,
are we talking about that?
No, she's not like a 12-year-old.
Okay.
I mean, she's been. Remember they did that duet together, Mockingbird, that was so bad. Do you remember
vaguely
that?
remember that. Yes, I do. I do.
It was
yeah.
horrible. Remember? Nobody played it. Nobody played it. And I think that showed him, okay, just because she's my daughter doesn't mean it's going to happen. Let's get it right.
Yeah.
And I think he's holding it until she knows what she wants to be and until they get the music right. And
that's
he'll
smart.
produce it and he'll put her out there and she'll be a star.
And Taylor Swift is another example of him being smart. Wasn't she on his label originally? Because he bought her a pickup truck or something
Yep.
on her birthday.
And now I think she's off on her own.
It's incredible.
Is what I heard.
He's doing okay. Is it political? Is that the reason he
I
doesn't?
think he just doesn't play the game.
He doesn't have to.
Toby says, you know what? Oh, I can't do that because we got cameras in the studio.
But
If you
you're
could
talking about
imagine-
him being number one.
Yeah, he says, I'm number one. Look at this. There you go. Congratulations to Toby Keith, number one single, and it will be the number one album this week.
Well, maybe he'll bring Keith Anderson into the fold.
Wouldn't that be nice? I think he'd fit over there,
Yeah, I
don't you?
think so.
He'd make a good bodyguard for Toby. He really would.
Now, Weasel